Welcome to Eureka Math. I'm Mr. Shankel. I'm going to be helping you today with Module 5, Lesson 16. Let's get started. All right, our job is to sketch a net. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to take this rectangular prism and cut it apart and lay it flat so we can see all of the faces of the prism. So I'm going to start with this front piece, which is a front face, which is a 5 by 8 rectangle, and I'm going to take that 5 by 8 rectangle and I'm going to move it down here. I'll just place it right here. So that's the 5 by 8 front, we'll call that. That will be the front. And then right above that is another rectangle, and that rectangle is going to be right here. And right above that is a 3 by 8 rectangle. So that 3 by 8 rectangle is going to go right above and a little bit shorter. Instead of 5, it's going to be about 3. So there's a 3 by 8 rectangle. And then if I move to the back side, you can see it on the back here. It's this, all the way on the back. Okay, and all the way back here. So that back piece is the same size as the front. So that back piece is also a 5 by 8. So I'm going to make a, let me back that up. I'm going to make another 5 by 8 rectangle. That one's going to be here. And then the bottom is going to be another 3 by 8 rectangle. So I'll put that down here. And now we see that we have a front. This would be a top. This would be the back. And this one would be the bottom. So we've got 4 of the 6. And now we need a right side and a left side. So I can do the right side is a 3 by 5 rectangle, which is right. Let me get a different color so you can see it. 3 here by 5 here. So this rectangle right here, that's a 3 by 5. And I can do this in a few different ways, but I'm going to put it next to the 5. So this is 5 by 3. That'll be the right side. And then the left side I can put over here on the left side as well. And there's another 3 by 5. So let's label these so we have them. My front was a 5 by 8. So that's 5 by 8 rectangle. The top was a 3 by 5. And then up here we have another 5 by 8. And this would be 8 up here. And then on the sides we have a 3 by 5. So there they are. That is the net of the rectangular prism. So basically we cut it apart, we laid it flat, kind of like taking a cardboard box and opening it up and laying it flat. That way we can see the areas of all of the faces a little easier. All right? All right, let's move on to this next challenge. This is a rectangular prism, and we're going to make another net. So I'm going to start with the front, and on the front I see a 3 by 6. That's a 3 by 6 rectangle. So I'll start there, 3 by 6 rectangle, about that big. And then I'll do the top. So the top is here. And that top is a 3 by 7 rectangle. So I'm going to have a 3 by 7 on top of the front. Let me get a little closer here. That's pretty good. 3 by 7 is going to be a little longer. And then I'll have another 3 by 7 down here on the bottom. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to fit this, but another 3 by goes up there a little bit. Same size as this one. So these two are the same size. And then you can see that these two, the top and the bottom, are the same size. And then we'll have a right side, which is going to be a 6 by 7. So if I start with my front, this is a 6, and then I'm going to have a 7 here. And then I'll put the left side on the left side, and that's going to be the same size. All right, so let's fill all these in with our dimensions. And let's see, our front was a 3, so this is a 3. And then this was a 6, so that's the front, 3 by 6. And then we have a 7 by 6 on the right side, a 7 by 6 on the left side, and our top and bottom were 3 by 7. So this is a 7, and this is a 7, and there's our net. All right, I'll have to draw that a little smaller next time. Okay, that's a rectangular prism. Next is part B. A juice box measures 4 inches high, 3 inches long, 2 inches wide. We want to make another net. Okay, so I'm going to use some space down here. I'm going to do the front first, which is this side, the front, and it's 4 inches high and 3 inches long. So I'm going to do a 4 by 3. So about like that, 4 by 3. And then we'll do the top. The top will be 3 by 2. So that's going to be about like that. And then the back side will be another just like the front, about like that. And then the bottom will go right there, same as the top. And then we need a right side and a left side. And the right side is, well, it's 2 inches wide. So I can choose any of these. And all I need is 2 inches here. So 2 inches that way and 2 inches this way. And that's pretty good. There's our net. And if we label it, let's see, I'm going to drop my pen size down a little. If we label this, our front and back are 3 by 4, and then our side was a 2, so these are 2s. Those two are 2s. This is a 2 right here. And there is our net for the juice box. Okay, and then the challenge says write a numerical expression for the total area of the net. Well, this is where we're getting into surface area. Surface area is the area of the entire rectangular prism. The area means the area of every face. So we would do the area of each face. And you might be able to see that the surface area is going to be equal to the front, which is a 3 times 4, plus, times 4, plus the back, which is also a 3 times 4, plus the top, which was a 2 times 3, 2 times 3, and then the bottom is also a 2 times 3, plus the right side, which is a 2 times 4 rectangle, that's a 4, plus the left side, which is also a 2 times 4. So you can see that we're taking the front and the back, and we're adding those together, and then we're adding the top and the bottom, and then we're finally adding in the right side and the left side. So when you calculate surface area, you're just finding the areas of all of the surfaces, front, back, top, bottom, right, and left. All right, so that would calculate the surface area for us. Exploratory challenge number 2. This is a triangular prism. Prisms all have a base that is matched on the other side by the same shape. So if I looked through this triangular prism, I would see another triangle back here. And then this would connect that way. So we have a triangular base. So that's a triangular prism. Triangle base, and then there's a height. So that's a triangular prism, and we're trying to make a net for this. So I'm going to start with this triangle. I'll start with the triangle, and that's a 3 by 3 by 3 triangle. So I'm going to draw myself a 3 by 3 by 3 triangle, and then attached to this triangle is the sides, which is a 3 by 6. So I can put a 3 by 6 triangle here, rectangle, and another 3 by 6 rectangle here, and another 3 by 6 rectangle here, and that gives me the front and all the sides, and then I need one more triangle, which I can put at the end of any one of these rectangles. So that would be a net for the triangular prism. And you can fold these up and it'll fold back into the original triangular prism. All right, so let's get some measurements here. This is a 3, that's a 3, this one's a 3, 3 here, a 3 here, a 3 here, this end one is a 3, that one's a 3, and then the lengths of the rectangles are 6s. So those are 6s, and we have the net of a triangular prism. Okay. Next is a pyramid, and the difference between prisms and pyramids is that pyramids rise to a single point. So notice that our base is not matched at the top. So we would see, if we were to look through it, a base is a rectangle, a special rectangle called a square. And then you've got 4 faces that are triangles. So when we draw this net, we need to make sure that we have all of those appearing on our net. So let me put that over here. So I've got a square base, and then triangles will come off of each one of those. So let's see if I can do this with my tool here. I'd have a triangle here. I'd have another triangle the same size here, and another one on the bottom, and then the last one, is it going to fit? It's going to be close. Okay, so there is a good net of a rectangular pyramid. So again, the name is arrived at by finding out what the base is. So the base is a rectangle, and then it rises to a single point, making it a pyramid. So it's a rectangular pyramid, and that's the net. Okay, next. They give us a triangular pyramid, has equilateral triangles. That means all the sides are the same, and it's called a tetrahedron. Use the measurements for this tetrahedron to cut and arrange the faces into a net. So again, every side is a 4 this time. So that means I have a square for a base, and then I have triangles that are all the same length. So I've got a triangle, it's going to be about like that, to the right side, and then to the bottom, and then to the left side, and that is the net. Each of these measurements will be 4 units, inches, 4 inches. So all of these are 4, and you could put those all around. All right, and that is your lesson for today. I hope that helps. See you again next time.